What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to the URL versus IRL podcast. I'm your host, Brie Lynch, and if you are watching the video version of this podcast, you can probably see that I'm in a different location than usual, and you can probably also see that I have a guest sitting next to me that is sitting here awkwardly waiting for me to finish this intro. But I thought this was going to be a really special episode because, as you guys may or may not know, I'm coming very close to the 1-year anniversary of podcasting, and believe it or not, my 1-year anniversary is around now because I'm actually sitting with my first ever guest on the podcast, and we are back in the same place that we originally recorded the podcast in, which is super special. But regardless, like I said, we're in a different location today, and we're going to be talking about traveling for work. Let's roll the intro music. Sarah, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks.
Tell people your last name because they couldn't pronounce it the last one.
I can't either sometimes still, but I say Sarah Haro when I'm in America.
I say Haro too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's like Aro in Spanish, and in Sweden we say Haro. So I don't even know, guys. I don't know.
Same conversation all over again from the last episode, or the first episode that we ever did together.
Yeah.
So welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks.
Quite a bit has changed
Yeah.
since we did the first episode.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
I know, but the last time that we did this episode, we were in Michigan working
Yep.
again.
Same hotel,
And
same place.
Yeah, literally only thing that has changed for you is that I now have a camera and a laptop, and we actually have microphones to hold on to.
Yeah. It's pretty sick.
And we don't look as shitty as we did the first time because now it's video recorded.
Well, I didn't know that.
I know.
She's like, can you come down? I'm going to do a podcast. Okay, I'm down. Hell yeah. Come on down. Oh, by the way, it's on video.
You're
I'm like, oh,
fuck.
thanks.
Oh, man. Well, the reason I
It's all
wanted
good.
to have this conversation with you today is because the two of us are traveling for work, and I think that traveling for work is a very glamorized thing, not on the internet necessarily. I mean, I guess kind of because of the travel influencers and stuff. But I think that for people in general in life, people think oh my God, you travel for work. That's so glamorous.
That's awesome.
It must be the best thing in the world. What is that like?
You're living the dream.
You want to tell me what it's really like?
I mean, it's great and not great at the same time because you're away from home. You don't have I've been on the road since Chicago.
Yeah.
So I live in Sweden currently and have my apartment there and everything, but I haven't been there since February. And it's end of May right now.
Yeah.
So it's you're away from home for a hot minute sometimes, and your jobs too. You might have months and months on end, and you're living out of a suitcase.
Yep.
You don't have your day-to-day things that you usually would have at home. And like you mentioned one time was pets.
Yep.
It's not as glamorous as people make it seem. However, a lot of people will just post the glamorous parts of it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's where it's tricking y'all.
And, I think that we are probably guilty of it too.
Yeah.
When I travel for work, I always, I don't even do a wrap-up post. I'm not even one of those people that's
No.
oh my gosh, I just finished working this job and doing this with the greatest team, blah, 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 blah. I don't really do that. I
Yeah.
don't really post about my job on social media very much anyways, but...
A lot of times you're not allowed to either. You
Right.
have NDAs and this and that,
That
you
is
can't
the
post
other
what you're
thing.
doing.
Yes, that's the other thing too, is depending on what you do for work, the things that you do while you're traveling for work are not things you're able to post about. And I think that people, even not my mom necessarily, but I think even other family members of mine have probably been oh my God, how was this place when you went there? Let's say, when I went to, Budapest. They're how was Budapest? I'm I don't fucking know.
I wasn't out. I didn't see the place. I saw my room and my job spot.
And my
and
job
that was
place.
it.
Yes, I literally saw my room and I saw where I was working. The thing is number one, when you're traveling for work, they work you when you're traveling for work. They're we are going to get every little part of you that we can get because we need it. So, yeah, they work you. I feel a lot of people, when they do work days out away from home, it's 12 hours.
Yeah,
12-hour
they
days
can be,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so you wake up in your hotel room. You don't have any of your immediate comfort stuff. Think about the fact when you go home, what do some people do? They turn on their TV, cook dinner.
We have a microwave and a fridge.
Yeah, we have a mini
We gotta
fridge.
have the mac and cheese in the cup versus a pot. No, I'm just
Right,
kidding.
yes, true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that. You can't buy a lot of stuff you can't, number one, you can't cook unless if you have a kitchenette. You
Yeah.
got lucky. But in addition to that, like, you're stuck to, like, frozen meals. And, like, maybe sparkling waters if you could fit them in your refrigerator.
Yeah, if it's a big refrigerator. We're lucky on this one.
Yes.
We have a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be, like, tiny one, no freezer.
Yep, no freezer.
Box or anything.
Listen to me. I can't have ice cream when I'm traveling for work. Because those mini fridge freezers don't do enough.
No.
Like, they're good enough for, like, a frozen meal because
Yeah.
even if it's not all the way frozen, it's still cold.
Yeah, no, ice cream doesn't survive.
Ice cream
It doesn't
does
survive.
not survive. So you can't, like, you get stripped of so many things that are, like, comfort things for you. Like, something that I do when I get home a lot of the times is I light a candle.
Yeah.
Guess who doesn't fucking have a candle in a goddamn hotel room? Me.
Yeah.
I don't get candles.
No.
Like, I think I could get away with it, but, like, I could probably get in trouble.
I might have one in my bathroom for
Ooh.
when I do baths. But I also always nowadays request a bathtub.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many times I've gotten like a certain room and the shower is just like leaking everywhere and this and that. I'm like, boy, I need a bathtub. I need to relax. And like, obviously, prior to using the bathtub, I will clean it out myself first and
Yeah.
then have a bath because
Yes.
I don't trust whoever's been here before we clean this room. Hell no.
Listen,
And then
listen.
sheets and pillows. Oh my God.
Whew.
I miss my own pillows so
I bring a
much.
pillowcase with me. Do you?
No.
You
But
should
I'll bring
start-
my own pillow because I'll
Oh.
use it on my flights because I do overseas.
Oh, true.
So I'll have like the whole. But this time I didn't, so I'm losing out.
Oh,
miss
you
my
know
pillow.
what? Actually, the first time that we ever did this podcast, here's a little bit of fun, I guess, like, fact about this podcast. The first time that we ever did it, the reason that we had Jade the avocado that we had in, like, the whole first season one
Yep.
is because Jade the avocado is my travel pillow. I usually travel with Jade and I use it as, like, my airplane pillow. I use it to, like, cuddle with when I'm sleeping at night. And oh, now we have a baby Jade over here. Let me see. We'll bring her out just for the funsies, for the
Yay.
fun of it. But
There we go.
yeah, that was originally how we ended up with the mascot for the podcast, is because we had Jade the avocado and Sarah and I were just holding it while we were doing the whole episode. But yeah, there's so many comfort things that you get, like, stripped of. Like, I'm a person that has pets, and
Yeah.
like, for a while I was bringing my dog along with me to work, but now I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah.
So they just stay home. Like, I can't bring 2 dogs and a cat to a hotel. I mean, I brought my cat to this hotel for a couple days. She was here for a couple
She came and
days.
visited. I got to meet her.
Listen, she
She's
wasn't
so
supposed
sweet.
to be here, but she was here, so it's okay. But yeah, there's so many things that you get, like, stripped of, and I think that also another thing that's really hard about traveling for work is, along with the long working hours that I was talking about earlier, you kind of, like, do you lose contact with home a little bit?
I do, for sure. Because, like, while I'm at work, I'm at work.
Yeah.
And even though I have little breaks in between certain sessions or whatever, I'll be focused on work. And,
Yeah.
like, being
I'm, like-
there 100%. And then I get back and it's, like, nighttime already. And I'm like, hi, good night. Nice to talk to y'all. And then my mom's in Sweden. So she's 6 hours time difference from here. So I just got to make sure that I try to call her in the morning. And sometimes in the morning I don't have time. And then you came back from work. You just want to eat and sleep. Go
Yep.
back to work kind of thing.
Yep.
So
It's very true. And the other thing is, too, with, like, additionally to that is even beyond, like, I guess, like, home relationships, or, like, not even, like, home relationships. Number one, relationships while traveling for work are extremely hard.
yeah.
Extremely hard. Because
Yeah.
your whole, everything gets thrown off. Your whole mojo gets thrown off. Like,
Yeah. You don't have the routine anymore.
No, you don't have the routine. If you live with your partner now, your partner is home alone while you're at work, and you have to kind of adjust. They have to adjust, unfortunately, as well. And sometimes past relationships that I've been in, it has literally caused problems. I dated somebody that used to start an argument with me every single time that I would go away for
Oh
work.
my gosh.
And it wasn't, like, immediate. It wasn't, like, when I was leaving to go to work. It was just, like...
Once you're there.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
once I was there, you could feel the tensions were, like, rising. It was a little tense at home before I would leave to come onto a job. And, yeah, it was just hard. It's just
It
hard
is. You miss
all
each
around.
other a lot when you're away from each other.
Yeah, and people all react to that a lot differently
Yep.
from
for
one
sure.
another, which is very difficult.
It
sometimes.
is.
But there's so many different things that go into it. Like I said, you're, like, stripped from so many of your, like, comforts. Like, you can't even have ice cream. Like, that is a huge one for me, additionally, with, like, the candles and
So
stuff.
we're going to get ice cream after this podcast.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's the other thing. Wait.
We got to go somewhere, but sometimes you don't have a
You
vehicle
don't
to
even
go
have
in.
a car.
Right.
That's
gotta
what I was
walk our
literally
ass.
going to say, is you don't even
My
get
little
a
Lamborghinis and my Chevrolet legs.
Lamborghinis and Chevrolets is crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, there's so many things. Like, you don't have, last year we didn't have a car available to us at all. You could rent one, but then, like, everybody would be looking at you for the rental car, like, hey, you trying to go this place after work? Like, You know, and it's you know, you have to find other things too. Like I'm sure even for you, you're a person that works out like all the time.
I try to.
If the
It's
hotel doesn't
easier
have
when
a
I
gym,
do
you're
these gigs
screwed.
though. But if they don't have a gym, yeah, I am screwed. If the hotel has a gym, I'll be like, yeah, I can do that every morning and like get active somehow. Been trying to do bouldering, but that's like once or twice a week. You know, we go.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's hard because you don't have that home routine either. You're not at home going to the gym, then coming back home or going to work or whatever you do after your gym sesh. I shower because I die, but
Yeah, but you can't like if you can't request what hotel you stay in.
no.
Like that's just like
you're staying where they put you.
yeah,
That's
you're
that.
staying where they put you. You're taking
Sometimes
the flight
they don't
that
have
give you.
laundry. That's a
Yes.
huge thing too
True.
at hotels. Some hotels only have a laundry service, and they'll charge you like $120 for 3 pants, 4 shirts, and your underwear. And I'm like, really? Some hotels like this one has laundry room.
Last
It's
year
not
it was
great.
not working. Last year it didn't work.
Those dryers are tired. They're so
They
tired.
are so
And they
tired.
charge you coins instead of just a card blip. So you have to go to front desk, ask for the coins, and a lot of the time they're like, "Screw you guys, go to the store somewhere and get your coins." I was like, I literally can't. Like, okay.
Yep.
Or you have to find a laundromat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you got to find a laundromat. Like it just turns into a lot. Not to mention, when you travel for work, especially with the kind of stuff that we do, if you travel as like a contractor in a sense for work, you're working with a different team every single time. Most of the time.
Yeah.
At least. And if you're not working with a different team, first of all, okay, let's get into the
let's
team
highlight
dynamic.
how great it is to have a team to come back to,
Yes.
because I love like the work we're doing now is the same core group of people. Some events are bigger, some are smaller, but that core group is still the same. So you do have that like travel family when you go to work.
Yes.
But then going to another job or hauling someone's rig with a team you don't really know, it's just like, I don't know who you guys are. I don't trust you. Like,
Right.
you know, it's
And-
like, I don't want to go hang out and do things with anyone.
Well, that's the thing, is even when you have a regular, consistent team, sometimes if you're just tired, you feel a little like pressure to socialize.
Yeah.
Like you have to. Like you're like, oh, if I don't socialize, that's not going to be a good look for me. And they're going to be looking at me, or they're like, if I'm a little distant one day, then you kind of feel like, oh, I hope these people are understanding and I hope I don't look unprofessional right
Yeah.
now. I just need time to myself, or like I'm just tired, or like I have this or that or whatever. I mean, I remember even last year when I was doing like therapy sessions and stuff, I was like, guys, I want to come with you to what you're doing, but like I have therapy, so like I have to participate for a little while and then I have to go, or like I
Yeah.
have to like sit in a car to go do my therapy session. Like there's so many things that just get kind of like out of whack,
Yeah.
I think. And then you get home and you're like, okay, cool, let me do laundry. And then you
Yes.
try to resettle yourself back down at home. And then next thing you know, your phone's ringing again.
Yeah.
And you got to go again, you know? And I think that just, there's so many different things that change when you're traveling for work that are so difficult. And I think also, like, the thing about the teams, I guess, that I was trying to get to is that you have to either like try to force yourself to make new friends because you want to get called back, you know, and like you want to be social and you don't want people to not like you. But then when you have the same team that you always work with, and you're like, oh my God, I love you guys so much, but sometimes I need a little bit of time to
Yeah,
myself.
and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like with this group at this point, I know everyone's like, all right, cool, no worries.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Go
fine.
ahead.
But if it's
Do your
like a
thing.
group you worked with once or twice, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, can I skip dinner tonight, or
Yeah,
are
and
they gonna
then-
hate me?
Again, it goes back to like it starts to affect even your home relationships, because then you're like, okay, I was supposed to call my mom today, or I was
Yeah.
supposed to call my dad today, but now we're getting back to the hotel, immediately changing, going to go eat dinner somewhere, and then it's gonna be 9:00 by the time that we come back, and I have to be ready to go to work first thing the next morning.
Yep.
You know, like if you're waking up and you're working out and you're whatever, like you're probably getting up at like 6, 7 o'clock. Like it's just, you don't have enough time a lot of the times,
Yeah.
and it becomes very hard. And I think also like something that I used to struggle with a lot was when I was away from home for work, I would get FOMO for all of the stuff that I was missing out on at home.
Yeah.
Like, and you
For
have to be
sure.
away from like your family for like for like holidays and like stuff like that,
Yeah.
or birthdays or whatever. And then in addition to that, then when you're friends, if your friends are the kind of people that make plans, and then you're always like number one, either the consistently flaky friend that's like, I don't really know because I might be gone for work.
It's like I might be there for work. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I might be there. I might not be there. But you can't count on me to be your only person that you're going with. But I will join if there's a group, if I'm available, and if I am around and alive.
Yeah,
to feel alive enough to be able to do such a thing. And yeah, I think like it's a lot. There's a lot of different things that go into that.
Yeah, and like other events and stuff too, because I have multiple events over in Sweden that like I would want to do, or like people ask me to do, and I'd be like, I can't get back to you right now. I got to see if this event in America is happening first because it's my priority. But I feel bad at the same time. It's like, I'm sorry, guys, the same time of year, you know, I won't make it.
Yep,
they just find out about it when I'm like a couple weeks out. You know?
And you've also even come to the point of having overlapping events.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
that
true.
is stressful.
It's been fun though. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot, but it's worth it in a way.
Yeah.
For me at least. But at the same time, it's like, it wouldn't hurt if it didn't overlap, you know, if it was just one after the other and I had like a day to get home and do my laundry kind of thing, or repack my bags. Because that's where I got to pack since February until mid-June now.
Ooh.
So I have 2 checked bags, 1 carry-on roller, and then my helmet bag as my purse or whatever personal item.
Yeah.
And I got to fit like so many different climates, so many different events, so many different like normal clothes too. Like
that's the other thing is, can we talk about traveling for work in the goddamn winter?
Oh my God.
Fuck that. I don't want to take a jacket. Are you fucking for real? I gotta take boots. I have to take a jacket. I gotta bring my thick stuff.
The thick stuff. Just took up my whole ass bag, just jacket. It's terrible.
I literally, don't talk to me in the winter. Don't call me. I don't want to go unless if I'm going to fucking Florida, okay? Or California. I don't want to be there, okay? Because I'm going to have to pack a jacket. I'm going to have to pack beanies. And then I'm going to have to pack scarves. Now I also got to take gloves. I got to hope one of those gloves doesn't get lost because then I'm going to crash out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I also need to take sweatpants. I'm not going to sleep in shorts. I also have to take hoodies with me.
Yep.
And then also for me, a lot of the times I end up not even wearing my own damn clothes at work.
Yep.
You know? Like,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And then also I'm like, is it going to rain? Do I need a rain jacket? Like, if
I messed up. I should have brought my ski jacket. I didn't bring a rain jacket from Sweden, and I didn't bring a coat or anything either, so I was freezing my butt off up in Chicago.
No. You should have
and then I went to Florida. I was like, okay, I need my hot clothes now. And then I went skiing for a week, and I was like, okay, I need cold clothes. I need to buy some cold clothes because I didn't bring much cold clothes.
Does that piss you off? I hate when I have to rebuy shit that I already own.
Well, I already needed a ski jacket.
Like, God forbid I forget
that's
toothpaste.
fine.
I'm pissed when I'm in Target. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know that I just bought 2 packs of toothpaste at home?
I don't even want to know how much I spend on travel size things.
Yeah.
Because, like, I love me and my minis, and it's easy to bring, but it doesn't last.
No, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. I ran out of perfume while I was here.
Me too. That's what I wanted to go to Sephora for. Oh, the mini perfumes. Yes, I love it.
The mini perfumes. Yeah, it's just, oh man, yeah. I crash out over so many things when I'm traveling for work, for sure. For sure.
Well, at home, you have it just there, you know? You have your shampoo, conditioner, all those things. And some hotels don't even have that, you know?
Oh,
that's where so I bring my stuff, but then I get to a hotel that has, like, decent stuff. I was like, okay, I'm going to use their stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, am I shedding more than I usually do? Like, is my hair falling out now? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Gosh, yeah, it is crazy. And you literally never know what the hell you're walking into. And then also the fact that, like, even with your room, it's a surprise every time.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think I had a problem with one of my rooms in New York. I think I ended up switching to a different room. Oh, I think I was on like the 2nd floor and you could hear everything.
Oh God.
Literally everything.
All the people.
Yes, and then I also had 2 beds, which I don't fuck with. I don't like having 2 beds in my room. I'd rather have just one bed, and like I am always very grateful when I get a couch or a place to sit because I don't like to sit in bed. I like to just go to bed when I'm in bed.
Right.
You know? Because I have back problems, so I don't like to do that. But yeah, I just think that there's so many, like, this is what I'm talking about, people. Like, this is exactly why I wanted to do this episode, is because, like, there are, again, the general public, the general population, I think, usually thinks.
Yeah.
Traveling for work is so great and so glamorous and so glorious.
Living the dream, seeing all the places. It's like, no, bitch, we working.
We are working. We are working. And I think that people don't really, like, get that. And then also, Can we talk about the fact that when you when you travel for work, it takes for fucking ever to get paid from a job?
Most jobs, yes.
It takes forever to get paid from a job. God forbid you are not getting direct deposit. Cool. Your check is going to get mailed to your house. And guess what the fuck? You are not home.
Yep.
You are not home to receive it. Because what if you're going straight to the next job?
Hello.
Literally. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's happened.
And, like, I think that people also, like, probably are like, oh, but you guys get per diem. We don't get per diem cash. What if I'm out of money? I still got to eat.
Yeah.
Still gotta find a way to eat. I still have to find a way to eat. Yeah, it's just, like, I think packing also, like, stresses me out a little bit. So I have, like, a little bit of a system now. Do you have any tips for people for, like, packing and living out of a suitcase since you do it so much?
Depends on how much you're bringing.
It's like, where are you going? What are you bringing?
So, like, my carry-ons, I will have my important stuff and, like, valuables and whatnot. And then if I have a medium checked, I'll do... This time I did one side was, like, medicines or bathroom stuff and all those goodies. And then I'll do just, like, underwear, T-shirts. And then the big bag would be, like, pants, hoodies, shoes, like, all those bigger things.
Oh, interesting.
But it equals out about the same amount of weight because the like bathroom stuff always weighs so much.
Yeah, it does weigh a lot.
But yeah, a little system there because I might have been overweight a few times. I was like, thank you, Delta, for dealing with me. But.
Yeah. That is one benefit of traveling for work, though, is you do get a lot of Sky Miles. Were you smart? Did you sign up for all the hotel stuff when you first started traveling for
Not
work?
when I first started, but the past year I did, and it's been adding up too, which is really nice.
I just started 2 trips ago.
Yeah.
2 trips ago.
I
I've been
mean,
traveling
this
for
trip,
work
we're
for
staying
10
here
years.
I was staying here for 26 nights. So I do get me some points. And then if I come back next year, it's another 26 nights. And by that time, I should have a couple nights free, you know, if I
True.
wanted to go to a similar hotel in this chain anywhere. So that is a perk of traveling for work for sure. And the Sky Miles. But damn. Traveling for work is special.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And
It's like sometimes I wish I just had my home base and had a simple job, but I went back to Sweden, tried that out, and I figured out that's way too boring for me. I can't do a 9 to 5 and just home, sleep, eat, like same thing again over and over and over. It's like I need some variety to it. And also a nice thing about being away for work, you do make decent money, but it's not consistent though, so that's a negative to it.
Yup.
So you do make good money. You can take a couple weeks off of work after you're done, but then you got to figure out what your next job is because you don't know how long you have to hold that money versus a steady job that has a steady income every 2 weeks or every month,
Right.
you know? So that's a lot to think about too if you're doing traveling for work. It's like, how long do I need to hold this for?
Yeah.
Do I need to hold this paycheck for 3 months? Do I need to hold it for 1 month or 6 months? You never know.
Yeah. And I mean, and nothing is guaranteed either. Like, the job could go away very quickly.
Yep.
And, you know, you could also, like, not... I don't want to say not get along with the people that you work with, because it's not even that you might not get along with the people that you work with, but for me, for instance, with working in the movie industry for such a long time, I didn't have a baseline of similarity with other people. Like, a lot of the people that I worked with were, like, older men, you know? So, like, they didn't really want to talk to me about anything, and they didn't really want to talk to me for, like, any reason. Or, like, I just didn't have a baseline of similarity where I could find things to talk to them about.
Yeah.
To get us to form a relationship or to, like, try to, you know, whatever. And then I think that's also another thing, too, is, like, I used to always be worried that, like, that like, partner, wife, whatever, was going to feel a certain way about it. And, like, I always felt like I couldn't keep up with people.
Dude, I had this trucking job one time.
Uh-huh.
Random, as this doesn't have anything to do with traveling for work. But I got fired because the wife found my Facebook, and apparently she thought the dude had hired, like, a 40-year-old lady, really big lady, whatever. And she found my Facebook, and for some reason she's like, hell fucking no. And he fired me. And I was like, are you going to pay me these 2 weeks I'm not here, or am I going to sue you?
Yeah.
Dude, figure it out.
Yeah.
'Cause that's messed up.
Damn. Oh my God. Yeah, I always have, like, tried to be very cautious because, in a sense, like, I want to be able to keep up my working relationships and, like, you know, check in on people and this and that or whatever. But, like, what am I calling you for?
Right.
what am I calling you for? And also your wife's going to be like, what is this little girl calling you for?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
people also, that's the other thing too, is like, if you think about like your partner when you're traveling for work, their anxiety is probably through the roof.
Yeah.
Because they're
for
like,
sure.
yeah, I don't
And
know
same
what
from
you're
being
doing.
away from home too, and being away from your partner. Like, they might be saying everything's dandy and fine, and then you're like, but is it that way? Like, your anxiety is through the roof. My anxiety is everyone's anxiety is just through the roof.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going on at home.
Mm-mm.
You can have their location, but you don't have the other person's location that might be at your house.
Yeah. True that.
You know what I'm saying?
And same here. It's like, oh, it says hotel, but how many people are you traveling with? Who are the people on your team, kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not all just glorious.
I've seen a
traveling
lot
for
of
work.
like, what are they called? They have a specific term for like is it like called like a showationship? Anybody in like theater or the movie industry will know exactly what I'm talking about. Is it like a shotationship? I can't remember, but it's basically like when single people or people that are not single, they should not be doing this, but they do it anyway, basically create like a relationship with another person that they're working with just for the duration of the time that they're on that show.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
They need to find themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to figure themselves out.
Speaking
if
of
anything.
Speaking of which, traveling for work is fucking lonely. Oh my God. It is lonely. Like, I think even if you have strong relationships with other people and you're good at like calling people when you're working or like FaceTiming or like whatever, you still not even like go to sleep alone, but it's too quiet.
Yeah.
It's like too quiet and you have a little bit too much time with your thoughts sometimes if you're in not such a great place. Like, you just have a little bit too much time with your own thoughts, which makes things really difficult. And yeah, I mean, I think that suddenly when I travel for work, I find myself on TikTok. Like, posting on TikTok. Like, what the fuck? You don't post on TikTok, Brianna. Like, at all, ever. It takes a huge...
The doom scrolls.
Yeah, it takes a huge push for me to actually post on that goddamn app. But almost every single TikTok I have ever created has been in a hotel.
Yep.
Because I have nothing else to do. Like, I'm just
what am I
like,
supposed to do?
oof, I'm alone by myself with my thoughts. It's just me. What's that song the donkey sings from Shrek?
Oh, I forget, but I know
There's
what
no
you're
one
talking
here beside me. I'm all alone. That one.
about. That one.
That's how I feel when I'm traveling for work sometimes. And, like, you know, I think that, I don't know, sometimes I get really excited and I'm, like, so stoked. And, like, it's great to have a break and to, like, have a change of scenery and to go do something. And then you get there and the reality sets in and you're like, oh, do I even unpack because I'm only here for a week? Or do I unpack because I'm here for 3 weeks? But if I don't unpack, it'll make it feel like it's going by faster. But if I do unpack, then I have to worry about leaving stuff. Also, losing shit in hotel rooms.
Bro.
Oh!
I have so many things I wonder where the heck they went.
Me too. Me too.
That reminds me, I need to pre-pack.
I
my
know.
packing.
I know. I want to, like, pack on Wednesday, but I think I'm going to do it on Thursday
Yeah.
instead. That's the other thing, too, is, like, first of all, I have a therapy session on Thursday. So, like, I'm, like, thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, sometimes we get out of work at this time. Sometimes we get out of work at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what time, but that means that now I have to stay up later at night to talk to you because I have to make sure that I'm going to be back at the hotel to be able to do such a thing.
Yeah.
That like, does that ever, like, annoy you? Or no?
Sometimes. Not
I
really
think-
annoy me, but it's like I'm such a time person. Like, I'll count how many hours of sleep I get, and then I get up at that time, and I'm gonna go to the gym, and I have 1 hour from the gym to get ready to when we leave. So I'm like an hourly timer, and then like, okay, we get off of work around this time. I have so and so many hours before I need to go to sleep. What is this gonna take? How long is this gonna take? And like da 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 da. So I'm just planning it all out, and if we don't get off at that certain time, I'm like stressed
Yeah.
because I feel like, oh crap, I'm not living up to those expectations. I'm not getting this shit done. Da da da. I'm going back and forth. I'm like all over the place.
Yeah.
So I could definitely feel like a little stress for it for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And I think that also I get, like, a little antsy when, like, anybody asks me questions about like my schedule when I'm at work. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like I literally am like, I don't know. I don't know what time I'm getting up in the morning. I don't know what time I'm going to bed tonight. I don't know what time I'm getting back to the hotel. I don't know if somebody's going to want to go to dinner. I don't know if I'm going to have to go somewhere to get something. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know anything.
Same. Yeah.
You know?
Same.
I'm like, I don't know.
Like today, it's like, oh, we might go climbing. We might go to a movie. We might not. Hey, I'm going to do a podcast. Cool. Sounds good. We're at the hotel. We're at the hotel.
Yes, we're at
I don't
the
have to go
hotel.
anywhere today.
Gosh, yeah, it's a lot, you guys. It is.
Some days you really want to go and do something too, though.
But
So
then
you're
you get
not
back
just
to your room
sitting-
and you're like, fuck, no.
Straight sleep. Straight sleep. That's it. If I go do anything, I expect myself to go straight sleep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Literally. God.
So it's like either you go do something and go straight to sleep, or you go back and actually do what you're supposed to be doing, like packing.
Yes.
Prepping
Yeah.
these things
Yeah.
and whatnot.
So true. Man, there's a lot. I mean, I think also, like, we're not doing this whole episode to just vent about traveling for work and rant about traveling for work. I mean, like,
It is cool. Like, some gigs, you do get a little break to go do things and see
Yeah.
the area. Like, this gig, for example, we had weekends off, so we could go kind of explore a little bit and see the areas, which is awesome. A lot of gigs, you're working no matter what day it is, no matter what holiday it is, you know, so you don't really get to get out and do things or see things. So it all depends on the different gigs, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, traveling for work, it's good and bad, but it's
a
not all
clusterfuck.
good. Yeah, it is a clusterfuck, but
is
you just
a
got to be able to
clusterfuck.
navigate that clusterfuck.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not all just glory, but it's not all bad either. There's
Right.
good things to it too, for sure.
Right, exactly. And that's exactly what this entire show is about, is like, nothing is as it seems. Nothing ever is as it actually seems. And, you know, there's the glorious part that everybody thinks and everybody sees and everybody watches online and perceives of certain things. And then there's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And this is both of those things, you know? Mm-hmm. This is like, it is great. And sometimes I do get to see, you know, different pieces of history and, you know, monumental things and like different, like, you know, landmarks and shit like that. But also there's all this other stuff that comes with it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely a special type of lifestyle, for sure. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't only affect you as a person, it affects everyone around you too.
It does affect everyone around you.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course. I
on
hope
this
I brought
episode.
something in. I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, you definitely did. And like, I feel like we could go on and on about this topic for such a
could.
long time, but the sun is setting and we do not have any lighting in this hotel room, just very small lamps that are like literally to my right hand side. And we don't have one on Sarah's side. So for the video, it's getting a little dark. And so we're going to get going so that both of us can get some rest. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little express episode that we did. Thank you so much, Sarah, for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.